Welcome back, everybody. This is Peter Renner, writer of Dollar Bin Digging over at comicbookinvest.com. This is the weekly video I do to support that article that I do on the site. And I don't have a lot to show today, but I got a few things that I found kind of interesting. So I'm just going to get right into it so we can get to looking at some books. Now, first up, this is actually not a comic, and it doesn't technically qualify for what I do here because it's not a $1 book. This actually cost all of $3. But I was out at the flea market. My dad saw this and thought I might like it because I used to like to draw when I was younger. It's been a while, and he knows I like this kind of thing. So he found this this wizard, how to draw basic training book, like it's a little trade paperback. It came out a while ago, and for $3, you can see here, it's basically a compilation of the articles, the basic training articles that would have been in the old Wizards back in the day. So you can see they're just little lessons. Little did I know, this thing actually sells pretty well. There's only a couple up right now on eBay. And they're like $100. So $3. This was a good find by my dad, not even me. So can't even take credit. I still might actually try to work this in this week, even though it's not technically a book and it's not a comic and it's not technically a $1 book. This is still kind of oddball stuff you should be keeping an eye out for when you're out there, because there's a lot of different things that people collect, and not to stray too far afield from comics, but this is comic book related, being that it's published by Wizard, and it's about drawing comic books, so the connection is there. But things like magazines, like there's plenty of magazines that out there that you can find for basically nothing that some people do collect, like old toy magazines, old horror magazines. There's not even just the comic book specifically related ones, but there's ancillary stuff that you just learn as you go. I mean, I'm just saying, there's collectors for just about anything. So if you know what to look for, you can still, have some good finds while you're out there digging. And sometimes you come up empty on comics and you got to find other things. And that's where taking shots on books like this might help make the day and the hunt worthwhile if you couldn't find any good comics. So, as I said, that was a good find, again, by my pops. So I'll give him credit for that one. But like I said, I might try to work that in. But now to get on to the books, again, I was out digging last weekend at the flea market, and I hit up a shop today, Wednesday, and grabbed a few things there. So let's see. I got another copy of this Star Wars 16. This is a first appearance of Valance, the bounty hunter. So, yeah, it's not worth too much now, but I don't know. You find it for $1. Could heat up again down the line. Another one, keep an eye out for this Angela, Asgard's Assassin, #1. I think this is the first appearance of a character named Sera, if I'm pronouncing it right. I think she might be the first trans character in the Marvel Universe, so that could be something of interest if you're interested in that kind of thing, but also a character we might see portrayed in some fashion in the MCU, which can make a book like this actually heat up. So, I don't know. It's odd, odd book to keep an eye out for. So, look for it. I've found this a few times. I don't know why I keep buying them, but these Batman movie specials, I don't know if it seemed for $1 or less. I just, for whatever reason, usually put them in my pile to round out. I like buying things in round numbers, so I try to get the 5s and 10s because, I don't know, it just seems more natural to me to just try to get at least 5 books if I'm buying something from somebody, because it just feels weird digging through a box for a while and all I buy is one thing and like, here's $1.
$1.
I don't know. So that's how I end up grabbing multiples of stuff. I mean, that's probably not a good practice to have, and probably the reason why I'm surrounded by books in this room right now is because I just have that kind of habit to buy too much. The same reason I just randomly buy more, God of Thunder books. I mean, random ones of this heat up every now and again, so why not just grab this issue 12, for $1? Because who knows what might get touched upon down the line by Donny Cates or whoever decides to write Thor, next, or tie into something. This is a great run, so I guess basically all issues you just probably pick up if you can find it for $1. Same thing I would say for any Moon Knight Sinkovich. So found this one out there, I'm grabbing it. $1, taking it home, because I'm not sure which ones I have, which ones I don't. If I see them, I'm just gonna get them. Old X book here. It's first appearance of Maggot. I know it's not a character we may see in anything. It's kind of cool design. I know this was back when Joe Mad was drawing the book, and I don't know. I don't know if we're going to see anything from this character. I think he might have found his way into one of the video games or something at some point, but I don't know. And plus, you can see it's a newsstand, so that's kind of interesting. You didn't see too many newsstands back in '97. I think they're kind of phasing out a little bit around then. I could be wrong about that, but still, for $1, I just figured, what the heck. Having found this Daredevil 255, I was obviously looking for 254, the first appearance of Typhoid Mary, but I figured I'd still just grab the second appearance because it's kind of a cool cover. I dig it. Goes with the storyline. I do have an extra 254 somewhere, so I can always just package them together. But I don't know. Thought it was worth it to grab this for $1. So second appearance of Typhoid Mary in 255, because maybe one day second appearances will heat up a lot more than they currently are, because as people get priced out of the first appearances, they sometimes turn to those second appearances. I mean, look at NYX 4. Like, what is the real draw there apart from NYX 3 is just out of a lot of people's price range, so they go for 4. I mean, it does have that cool cover, but just that kind of idea. Because again, I like that cover. So if Typhoid Mary ever hits it really big, even though that probably unlikely given her appearance already in the Marvel universe of sorts on Netflix, but I don't know. Still, just a book, keep an eye out for. So let's move on. Now, let's start here with these Spider-Man 30th anniversaries. I mean, obviously grab Amazing 365, which is the first, I think, Spider-Man 2099 in that one. But the other ones are always interesting to find. I mean, here's a newsstand of Spider-Man 26. But on top of that, what you might also find while you're out there are the second prints. So this is actually a second print of Web 90, and with the later printings heating up, who knows if the older ones will see some time in the sun. And again, another second print for this one for the Spectacular. The reason, or the way you can tell easily that there's a second print, it's kind of hard to tell on this screen, but the first prints have a silver hologram, while the second prints have a gold hologram on them. I know it's kind of hard to tell with the light because the hologram's there, but maybe that helps a little bit hitting on the slide. But the golds are the second prints, so I don't know. It's sometimes they sell for a little bit more than the first prints, other times not. And newsstands sometimes will give you a little bit of a bump, and other times not. It's just random stuff. But for $1 or less, take a shot. Also for $1, I know I've hit this series up before, but I'm just going to keep bringing it up because reprints may get a bad rap, but they can do pretty well, because not everybody's going to be able to find an AF-15, but you might be able to find a Marvel Tales 137 pretty easily. So, you can get a few dollars for this. But it's just good to have, so you have Spider-Man's first appearance. Granted, it's a reprint, but there aren't even a lot of reprints outside if you want to buy a big omnibus or huge trade. If you just want like a floppy, a single issue, Marvel Tales is an easy way to get some of these Spider-Man keys. Again, pretty cheap. Find it for $1, but again, the secondary market, you can get a few bucks extra for it. And this one even has an extra little story. We get the origin of Doctor Strange in it too, so you get a little added bonus there. So, I don't know. Like I said, Marvel Tales, underrated. Now, I was talking with some of the fellas this, and with the recent announcement that the series is going to be coming back, and I think Ben Stein actually made this his pick for back 9, which should be dropping probably also the same day as my article. But I know he went with Animaniacs because he is a fan. I'm a fan of Animaniacs as well. Try to get my son into watching it. So I actually went out and bought the final issue just off of eBay because I haven't been able to find one. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get it. But I did find these, for $1. And these are just some random issues I thought were just kind of cool. Like, you can look at it's a whole little Japanese style there. See, just fun little books. I mean, yes, they're kids' books, but some of them actually do pretty well. Like, I think this one in particular is not too bad. It's kind of little Spice Girls, gag that they're running here with all these characters. And, it doesn't sell for too, it does pretty well. So I might put this one in the article just as my pick from these Animaniacs books. And I got one more. I mean, it's a cool little homage cover there. It's just fun stuff. It's a great little cartoon. It's a great series. So it's kind of oddball thing you can find sometimes. Just like Dr. Horrible. This doesn't do anything, but I like Dr. Horrible, so I grabbed it. What else we got here? All right, this one's kind of a callback. I covered this, I think, earlier in the year. This entire Punisher countdown series, which ran through all of his books at the time, and it was right near the end of all the series. So they basically ended all of the regular Punisher, Warzone, War Journal runs with this countdown series. And anytime you can find them, they do pretty well, especially if you can find the whole set. So this is something I might call back to, maybe do one of those little flashback things I have started to do. But yeah, so these Punisher countdown books, again, they're like final issues of their runs, and it's a great little story. Going back, this was a book that kind of drew me just a little while ago when we started talking about True Firsts and appearances of Ahsoka Tano, and with her possibly showing up in Mandalorian in a few weeks. Yeah, it's still currently in the mind. So these Darth Vader 14s, I saw them. There's plenty of them out there, but found them for $1. You might as well grab them because I realize it's like a one-panel appearance in here. I mean, I could throw it up on the screen. It's just it's in a flashback too, so it is what it is. I mean, she's right there. But yeah, I mean, really want to argue whether it's first in canon, not in canon, or it's another book, it's this other book. It's just a fun little appearance, and these Star Wars books are pretty decent. So yeah, I would go and check them out again. Find them for $1. There's worse ways to spend your money. So again, I found 2, so I just grabbed them both. Same here. I found 2 of this, and again, just to give credit where it's due, I got the key collector alert about the ISIS rumor. I mean, I saw the article as well, but with that alert, I did notice that the 52 week 12, I think it is, which I'm not sure if I covered in this before, but I've been picking those up for a while because that's first ISIS like in costume, and I think that's a good book to pick up. But I wasn't aware that the character. Can't think of her name, but she first appears in the week 3. So I found a couple of these. We're going to grab them, just in case. I can also put these with those 12. So, credit where it's due. I know this is probably information that other people have known, but I didn't know it, and that's where I found it out. So I'm a believer in giving credit where you find it. So, and I found a Betty and Veronica Hughes because, well, it's Betty and Veronica, and it's Adam Hughes. I'm a Hughes fan. Hughes guy. Now, I still don't know where my other copy of this is when I want to cover this for 3 Comic Money, but so I got another one now for $1. So I know where this one is. Not that I can use it again, but yeah, it was what it is. And then finally, I just got a couple more of these Jade Man books, just late run Jade Mans. I mean, they're not the final issues, but they are late in the run, so these can still do quite well if you're finding people trying to, finish out these runs and make collections. So these Blood Swords, this is what, 49, 50, and 51. It's right near the run. I think this series ended at 53 or 54, somewhere in there, in the 50s. There's only a couple issues left. So, yeah, I don't know. So I grab them, for cheap because they're still collector's fun. They're still pretty cool stories, too, those Jade Man books. So, I don't know. Not easy to find, but when you do find them, sometimes you find them like in chunks. So you just kind of weed through them because there's a lot of issues, and I'm not recommending you buy all of them unless you want to read the whole thing and grab the whole series. But again, those late issue runs, as the print runs got lower, are a little harder to find. So if you find them, you can usually get yourself a little bit of a premium if you want to put them out there and be patient, because there's not a lot of people hunting for them, but when people are looking for them, they will pay. So it is what it is. Anyway, that's all I got for this week. So I'm going to find a few books out of here to throw up on the article, and I guess I will see you guys next time.